I just got done watching Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, and I have to say I'm very disappointed. So The Final Reckoning picks up straight after the events of Dead Reckoning, and for me it was just far too reminiscent of the previous films that came before. The plot consists of Ethan Hunt trying to stop this evil AI villain known as the Entity, and the Entity is trying to destroy humanity. And that's where we have our first problem with the villain. Very generic and boring, and the villain pushes the stakes so high, everything else seems very unrealistic. This movie makes me want to go back to the previous films where everything was just so basic and simple, but it worked. Like somebody gets captured and needs to be rescued type of thing. And I'm not kidding you, the first hour is so boring and it drags like crazy. Like you have to wait an hour and a half to get the very first big action sequence, and don't get me wrong, that's where the movie's strengths lie, in the action sequences and big set pieces. At the same time, we have to give Tom Cruise his flowers. This man is in his 60s and he's pulling off these crazy action stunts. And in my opinion, these are the two best parts of the film, the plane sequence and the submarine sequence. And the next issue I have is this movie is a bloated mess. There are just far too many cast members, too many new additions that don't get enough time to shine. For example, we have the additions of these brand new characters played by these two great actors, Hannah Waddingham and Tramell Tillman. You want to learn and get to know more about these characters, but you can't because the movie focuses way too much on its original cast members. And that isn't a bad thing. The OG cast members are incredible as always, but when it comes to the new characters, they have no room to shine. It's also a very nostalgia heavily driven film. It's trying to make so many callbacks and references to previous installments when it should just try and be its own thing. Overall, I'd still say this is definitely worth your time. It's not a bad movie by any means, but it was definitely an underwhelming one for me. And who knows, you guys may like it more than I did. And that's why I decided to give Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning a 3.5 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. And as always, if you guys like all things such as movie and TV, don't forget to hit that like button and follow for more.